EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the Browns sideline, there you see head coach Kevin Stefanski. His guys, well, are struggling at this point in the year. Just 2 wins over their last 7. His counterpart on the Raiders sideline, Pete Carroll. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
You look at this Raiders defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Passing play, Flacco. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here's Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 23. And 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And he slips up past the 35 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Treads into the stiff arm. And he is tackled inside the 40, not to the 35. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. White's numbers from a week ago. 14 carries, 76 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the stronger safeties and the better tackles, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
They'll try to run for it with Jeanty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
And here on 3rd down, your number 1 goal, don't be a hero, just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him, and he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-0 Vegas. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Solid stiff arm. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down the play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now Flacco. Pushes past him. And now running right through him. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Lockett. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The drive will begin with a run by Jeanty. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You look at this Browns defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. For the right side, looked in here by Besh. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches. bunches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
The Raiders at 500 and sitting at 5-5. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A give up the middle. Jenkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Raiders' 8-yard line.
Now it's Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Third and goal, Flacco. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, Scott. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They start the drive with White. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
60 Maverick. Here we go, here we go. Cougar, now go.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Ready?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Track hiking, 18. Ready?
Here's Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Ready? 18. Ready?
First down, here's White. Shreds the tackle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
That's caught by Tucker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
The run straight ahead with Ginty. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it here at second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
To throw is Sanders. They'll get this out to Ginty. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Throwing, Sanders. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The first catch for Judy, good for a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here we go, set.
Sanders. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Ready?
2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Go.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Shedeur Sanders scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Browns 7.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Operating off play action, Flacco. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14. First down.
Now they'll change things up. Flacco looks to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Browns
on the handoff, this is Jenkins. Second and 5. Here's Flacco. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Flacco. This is the tight end, the Joker. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter route.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Quinshon Jenkins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They begin the drive on the ground. 20. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
65.
Now Sanders. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout this rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Xander Horvath, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Zamir White returning to the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Sanders to throw. Open man is Tucker. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's giving his guys a shot for 8 points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First down and goal to go at the 9-yard line.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said,
Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The final shot before break. Sanders. It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports halftime
Our spin
report.
around the NFL starts now. We begin at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The 49ers at home to take on Carolina. And this is Brandon Ayuk. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Niners are absolutely red hot. They've now won 7 in a row as they get the job done in this one. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We're looking on the Rams as they play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's Puka Nacua. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. The Rams run their mark to 8-3 as they come away with the victory. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Drake London. This will help the old stat line. He's going to make the catch and realize, I don't think anyone's going to get me. And they don't. It's a catch and run of 86 yards. Touchdown. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Over the middle, complete. That's 20. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
On the handoff, it's Laube. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. A good pickup there of 22. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
They'll run with Laube. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
70 Timberwolf.
On the and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores. Hope to come back and win this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Browns. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down, right back to Judkins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A tough spot here. Third and 15. To pass, Flacco. With the left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on third and 15. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
16 yards. First down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. An inside run with Jenkins. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
Matt Gay on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
The 43-yard line.
Running out of the gun with White. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
12 more yards. That's another Raiders 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, start. 19, ready.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. That's caught by Tucker. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
White trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try and sneak it here, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Shedeur Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. A nice little juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Brown.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run from the gun. It's Junkins. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 43-yard line.
Now they'll shift things around. Going right side here, and that's complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Flacco. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. On first down, here's Jenkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 on 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, Adam, because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Brown.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Flacco. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Touchdown, Browns. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's Sanders throwing to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this yards on the catch and run.
That's good.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready, go!
Back to throw, Sanders. He finds his man, complete. It's Tucker. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got 1 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now Flacco. This short pass into the hands of the Njoku. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready, night.
From the gun, it's Sanders. That's caught by Tucker. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, Sanders. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. Keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, they were just adding personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Raider first down.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Well, hit as he throws there, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Cleveland, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank